Welcome to another episode of the Everyone Hears document series by SJU Productions, directed by Benoit Reggie and sponsored by Physics 202 class. Today we will be diving into the world of hearing aids. Hearing is a complex and phenomenal function of the human body. How can a human perceive singing or playing guitar as a sound? Well, physics has to do a lot with how sound works. As humans, we have the ability to hear frequencies of 20 to 20,000 hertz. But on the other side, animals are better listeners and have great ears. For example, dogs can hear up to 30,000 hertz. Even more crazy, bats and dolphins can hear up to 100,000 hertz. Our ears perceive sound through its pitch by wave frequencies. The loudness of a sound is by the wave's amplitude. As humans, we cannot hear things from far away due to the wave's amplitude being high. The graph on the left represents the relationship between frequency and sound levels of a person with a normal hearing. On the right side, the graph represents the relationship between frequency and intensity of a normal conversational speech. Hearing loss is a huge issue facing our society today. More than 1.5 billion people are affected by hearing loss, and by 2015, researchers believe that it will rise to 2.5 billion. In America alone, 48 million people are diagnosed with hearing loss. Hearing loss affects people of all ages and gender, but 50% of hearing loss affects above the age of 75. Now you may ask, what causes hearing loss? Well, there are a lot of things. A few of them are genetic factors, birth aphasia, chronic ear infections, and many more. To find a solution for hearing loss, researchers and early scientists came up with the idea of hearing aids. It was first invented by Miller Rees Hutchinson in 1898. The first name of a hearing aid was called the ear trumpet. The appearance and structure of hearing aids has developed over the years. The first hearing aid used carbon transmitters, and by 1920 it used a vacuum tube, and then by 1982 it was developed into all-digital real-time array processing hearing aid. As technology and knowledge increased, scientists came up with more efficient and effective hearing aids. The structure and development of hearing aids involves many physics concepts and tools. When sound first enters the hearing aid, it acts as a microphone responsible for picking up sounds and capturing sound waves, and then converting them into electrical signals. Then it acts as an amplifier, processing the electrical signals, then increasing the volume as needed for the person. Lastly, it acts as a speaker or receiver, converting the electrical signals back into sound waves, and then finally getting them to the ear canal. Hearing aids are one of the most innovative and effective solutions against hearing loss. Now, how many people use hearing aids today, and how many more people are in need of it? Studies have shown that 7.1% of adults aged 45 and over have used hearing aids, but 28.8 million Americans still need hearing aids, but only 16% of them have used it. This is a very shocking fact, and hearing aids should be made more accessible and cost-effective. Now, let's look at a heartwarming story of how hearing aids are changing the lives of people.
Moments to remember with children, their first step, their first word, but tonight a different kind of first, a little boy about to hear his dad's voice for the first time. This is the moment so many people are talking about. Grayson Clamp, 3 years old, he had never heard his father before.
Talk to him, Daddy. Daddy loves you. Daddy loves you.
Grayson points his finger there, hearing sound for the first time ever.
Can you hear Daddy?
Yes.
Daddy loves you.
Grayson was born without nerves in either of his ears. Watch as his father tries to talk with his little boy, who in this moment has turned back to his book.
Show me, puppy.
And little Grayson points to the puppy on that book. As the moment unfolds, Dad simply asks his little boy a question.
You hear Daddy? Yes.
Everyone in the room recognizes.
Thank you, and we'll see you in the next episode.